you think of famous fours in wrestling, you probably think the Four Horsemen. You probably think Ric Flair's figure four. Well, it's a good thing for Ric Flair. He didn't have to deal with this wheeling, dealing, kiss stealing, limousine riding, jet flying, 4-time state champ winning son of a gun. If you would, introduce yourself.
Hi, my name's Cole Thomas. I wrestled for Ryle High School.
And you are a 4-time state champion.
That is correct.
Your years were not 2019, 2020, 2021, and 2022.
Yes, sir.
Of course, we have all 4 videos. This is the 2019 video. And of course, we're going to go the bracket and all that. But before we get into that, I got to ask, how does a young Cole Thomas find wrestling?
So it all started with my dad. My dad was wrestled in Indiana, but he got me involved in wrestling when I was young. So I started out on the youth level. He helped coaching, and that's just kind of how I got brought into it.
About what grade do you think you started?
So I started in kindergarten. I started when I was 4.
Okay.
And then I wrestled for the Raider Youth Program, the middle school program, and then, of course, Ryle for high school.
So the orange and black blood runs deep,
yes,
right?
Very deep.
Ryle Raiders. And, of course, as you can see by his shirt, you're going to be continuing your, I guess, education and your sporting career at the University of Chattanooga, correct?
Yes, that is correct. Yep.
And there's some Ryle connections there, too. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so funny thing, my middle school coach was Keith Rochelle, my high school coach was Tim Rochelle, and Tim's son Kyle and TJ are going to be my college coaches, or just Kyle. But I'm going to be wrestling for Kyle Rochelle at Chattanooga.
And, of course, both the Rochelle brothers, Kyle and TJ, both are state champions for Ryle.
Yes.
Did you grow up watching those guys?
Yep, I grew up watching them. There's a bunch of great bunch of Ryle wrestlers that I've grown up watching.
I was actually going to bring that up. We confirmed it with your dad. Ryle has 22 individual state champions. I think probably, maybe outside of you, I would say the most famous Ryle wrestler is Mark.
Yep.
Mark Hall. And his video is actually already on the channel. We did a referee review video with the official who refereed that match, Jim Shaw, and reached out to Mark on Instagram, sent him the video, and you could tell he's still a little sore about that getting beat at the last little bit. I'm not saying he gives up the takedown, but I think Mark was a 7th grader. The guy he was wrestling was a senior. Just one of those. I'm not saying you get caught, but it's just one of those things. You could tell the experience kind of got him just a little bit. But Mark wrestles a phenomenal match in that. But this being the first video for your series, you said you wrestled for the Ryle Middle School program.
Yes, sir.
The Raider, I guess, is it the Raider or the Ryle?
Yeah, it'd be the Raider program.
Okay, and you were middle school state champion.
Yep, my 8th grade year.
That's what I thought, and that was at the Broadband, right?
I believe so.
In Louisville, that's what I thought. And you go on as an 8th grader, middle school state champion, and then it's here on the table. We got all your medals and rings and stuff out. You come in 3rd in high school.
Yep. That was a cool year. I wrestled 92 my 8th grade year, and then when my coach asked me if I already wrestled a little bit of high school my 7th grade year, and then wrestling in my 8th grade year. I had wrestled in some tournaments, so I decided to go do that and end up getting 2nd at regionals, and then end up making it to state.
3rd place, from Ryle, Cole Thomas. State runner-up, runners now with class from St. Xavier, Jason Hansen. Ladies and gentlemen, the 106-pound state champion.
Now, you say you got 2nd in regionals. Who'd you wrestle?
So I wrestled Ice and Peace, which is a South Carolina state champ now.
Okay.
After he moved. I wrestled Sam Grandstaff in the finals. He ended up winning state.
Mm-hmm. That's right. I forgot about that.
Yep.
Man, what a murderer's row there.
Yeah.
For real.
It's pretty tough.
Then you you win middle school state as an 8th grader. You place 3rd coming into your freshman year and the 2018-2019 season. Everybody's looking out for you. Everybody knows, hey, this guy's coming back. is he going to go 6? Is he going to go 13? So do you, like when you go into gyms, you go like the tournaments, do you feel people like scheming against you like in a duel? They're going to try to maybe put somebody that they can feel they bump somebody, maybe bump their 106 against y'all's 113, or how did you feel like anybody like scheming like away from you?
I would say there were some people definitely did some changes in the lineups, and you'll have that anywhere.
Right. Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
If there's a good kid, you're gonna bump your lineup a little bit just to mess with that. But overall, I don't think there was 106 my freshman year. There was multiple really good kids at that weight,
And that's we're getting ready to go over the bracket now. I'm gonna say this in all 4 of your videos because it's worth repeating. But like I said, 4-time state champion. All 4 of your state championship matches came against, at some point, a state champion. You wrestled, I'll kind of get to it, Spencer in 19, 2-time state champion. Isaac, you wrestled him twice.
Yeah.
He won it in 2021. And in 2021, you wrestled George Free from Trinity. He wins it in 2022. So you wrestled a state champion in every single high school state finals. That has never been done. Of all 4-time state champions, even with Brock being a 5-timer, that's never happened. That's incredible.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
Yep. That I was printing off the brackets and everything today, doing the research, and I was like, that is deserving to be brought up in every video. We get to the state tournament, and the track has your record at 48-1. Before we get to the state tournament, what's the one? Because everybody's going to want to know about that.
So I went up to GMVWA. I was in the semifinals against Nolan Gessler, who is a Graham kid. I ended up losing to him at the last second to a slide by, just because I was pushing the pace a little bit too hard. I was winning all the way up to the last 20 seconds. I got 2 stalling calls and was up by 1, so I decided I'm just going to try shooting and get on a leg. Well, last 5 seconds got slid by, taken down 2, and he ended up being my only loss that year. He ended up going and winning state, and I wrestled Spencer actually for 3rd and 4th at that tournament. Yep.
Wow. Cool little story. I mean, I guess if you are going to take an L, take it to a former or I guess future state champion.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. But you come in, you blow through regions. I don't think there's any question about that. But you wrestled Spencer in the finals, correct?
Yeah, I wrestled Spencer, I think, 4 or 5 times my freshman year, multiple times at regions. Any Ohio tournament we went to, I wrestled in the SWOCA finals. It was like anywhere I went,
Yep.
Walton-Verona was there, so I always wrestled Spencer, which he's a really good wrestler. So it was always
and
fun, interesting match.
Spencer Moore and his brother Ryan, both of their state champions videos. Spencer's 2020, 2021 is on the channel, and Ryan's 2017, 2018 are on the channel. And Spencer currently is at the University of North Carolina.
Yeah.
So there's a possibility you guys could meet up maybe at the collegiate level.
Yeah.
Very possible. That'd be kind of cool. So you get to the 2019 state tournament. First round, you wrestle Alex Sled, no relation, from Harrison County. You win that by a fall in a minute, 26 seconds. So you're not here to play around. You're here to get the job done.
Nope.
Second round, you're wrestling Ryle Johnson from Caldwell County. You win that by a fall in 58 seconds. Again, blowing through it. You get to the quarters, you're wrestling David Griffith of Meade County. Win that by a fall in a minute and 16 seconds. So 3 matches, 3 pins, all in the first period. So you're blazing. Semifinals. You win a major decision over Luke Chapman from Lexington Lafayette. You win that by a 13-2 decision. Just couldn't get a turn or...
Yeah, he was super sticky to the mat. Being able to turn him, I was kind of just going, after I couldn't turn him, I just kind of took him down, let him up, take him down, let him up.
I can understand that. Then we get to the state finals, 106 pounds. You're meeting up with... and I guess you guys don't live that far apart up here, do you?
No, I've trained with Spencer before. We live 10 minutes down the road from each other. I grew up wrestling with him at the Smith's barn when growing up, so I've always been around Spencer.
That you guys have seen the videos. If you're not, after we get done with Cole's go back and watch Spencer and Ryan's. But I actually, went to their house as well. They were actually doing, I guess, a private session down in their barn. They come up, you can see they just got done working out, and they're very grateful doing the videos and stuff. Very give a lot of cool little factoids and stuff about their seasons. But I'm gonna say you guys are not that far apart. So you could just play one out somewhere here in the backyard. It's all right, boys, lay the mat down, let's go, right?
Yeah.
Forget Lexington. But you get to the finals, you're wrestling Spencer Moore, Walton-Verona. Now, you have wrestled him before. You wrestled him the previous weekend. What's going through your head knowing you know who you're going to wrestle?
Around that time, that one had been our fifth match.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was our fifth match against each other. So it's kind of like after you wrestle someone so many times, you start to understand kind of what they do, what moves they like, and basically how they wrestle. So I knew it was going to be pretty challenging to be able to beat him 5 times in a row. It's really hard to beat someone 2 times in a row, but to be able to do it 5 times was a challenge because Spencer is just such a great wrestler, and it was really hard to be able to get to his legs since he is just that never breaks position.
And this is a phenomenal match. And you're talking about, beating somebody 5 times in a season. Done a video with a gentleman from 1987 named John Poindexter from Hopkinsville. And the guy he wrestled, he had beat in his career 11 times.
That's insane.
The guy he wrestled was from Fort Campbell, Army installation, Army base, and Hopkinsville. They're not, about like you and Spencer, not 10, 15 minutes apart from each other. They'd wrestled 11 times in their career. As a senior, he gets beat in the state finals. Never lost to him, but to the state finals. And he says, I asked him, so John, what's your advice for the youngsters? Never come in with the big head.
Yep.
Never come in with the big head. I beat him 11 times, and he got me when it counted. So this will be your 5th time. Have you kind of like mentally he's on their side of the bracket. Did you mentally say, okay, I'm wrestling him in the finals, or just however it fell, or was you expecting it, or how? Like, kind of walk us through that real quick.
So, I kind of how the bracket laid out. It almost laid out as the 1, 2, and 3 and 4. So how the state tournament lined out, it was almost as the 1 and 4 were on one side, and the 2 and 3 were on the other side. Trace Ekman and Spencer had to wrestle, I believe, in the quarterfinals. So that was a really tough match. I think Spencer ended up beating him by a point. And then I had wrestled Trace earlier in the year at the Union County, or the Bryce Sheffer duels, and I ended up pinning.
Oh, my.
Pinning Trace.
And Trace goes on to be a 2-timer.
Yeah.
2-time state champion, I believe, from Union County. So 106 is a loaded bracket.
Yeah, it was very loaded.
It is a loaded. And that's something, too, getting to do a lighter weight bracket, is a lot of people think that, lighter weight brackets are not as tough as maybe some of the, your heavies, your 220s, whatever. But the actual wrestling in the 106 brackets are second to none. Yeah. In my opinion, the people like you, people like Spencer, even some of the guys that we've done, like Chris Zenner, we've done a 1989 video. Even back then, it was 103 pounds, but still the principal remained the same. Lighter weights, because, I know I was a lighter weight, and we have, technique. We're not able to muscle too many people, especially, somebody our weight. So we got to, and the wrestling is always just, the actual, if you know what you're looking for, the majority of the time, the quarters, semis, and the finals are lighter weights, like some of the best matches, like actually to watch. Now, we're getting ready to put the video on, and it said just been a while since you've seen it.
Yeah, I couldn't recall the last time I watched this match. Maybe I'd watch him a couple of times after it was done that year or that summer after state just to kind of look back on it. But I couldn't tell you the last time I watched this match.
And we was able to get this one from your dad. He sent it to me on Google Drive. So there's my plug. If you have videos, years that I don't, whether it's a single match, the whole year, whatever it is, you guys are seeing the years that I have. If you have years that I don't, reach out to me, please, for the love of God. Reach out, let me know what you got. You can send it to the mail, whether it's a VHS tape, DVD, digital copy, whatever you got. Please send it to me so we can meet with more guys like Cole, be able to get more videos on the channel. All right, enough of us talking about it. Cole, we're going to do it.
Alrighty.
You guys are seeing what we're seeing. The year is 2019. We're at the Alltech Arena at the Horse Park. Now, you kind of tell me a little tidbit about your career off camera. You got to wrestle a few youth states, elementary states, at the dungeon before it got imploded.
Yeah.
And everybody, whether they're a fan of wrestling or new to the sport, they've never been to a meet or whatever, it's whenever they see videos of the dungeon under the lights, because I posted a lot of introductions from years past, under the lights, guys running out and all this kind of stuff. They're like, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
That's the neatest. That's like, we've got to do that. Like, well, the build no longer exists. I don't know what you want me to say.
Yep.
But you do the face off. You come back. You're on the practice mat. Are you like, do you run out? Because the video, like, do you run out? Do you walk out? Are you pumped? Are you nervous? What we looking like when we walk out?
So as I can remember, I've always listened to music growing up as a kid when I'd go out and wrestle and everything. And I had my Beats on. At this time, I think I had the Beats over there somewhere, but I would wear Beats and listen to just a playlist I would make on my phone. And I don't know if I can recall what song it was, but I think it was just some rap song or something like that. But
I got you.
It just always got me pumped up for the match. So I probably walked out there with my dad and my coach, just out there to the mat.
I got you. All right. I think this is a fan. I think it's possibly like maybe your mom.
It's probably my mom.
Okay, that filmed it, and
My
thank
mom or
God for.
sister. Yep.
Yeah. Thank God for it. All right, let's do this.
Always love that guy's voice.
Oh yeah, he does an excellent job.
Yeah.
I think he does other state tournaments. He does like football, baseball.
Yeah.
So
There's
you got
kind of
Jason, and it looks like, is that Friddle?
I think it is Friddle.
You got two really good refs out there, and you're gonna need it. This is a amazing match. So right off the whistle, what are we looking at doing? He knows you, you know him. Have you been saving anything for this moment, or just stick to the game plan, or what are we doing?
So the game plan worked the past 4 matches or so I just plan on doing the same thing. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Spencer was incredibly strong, so I had a little bit of length on him, so that's what I try to use to my advantage
Right.
and try to open up a shot.
I love the white singlet. I
Yeah.
think white final singlets are the best.
Yeah, this was I think this was the first year we got these, and helped my dad always try to see if we can raise money to buy new singlets and
Right.
everything. But I love these singlets.
So we're in like a tie. Jason calls stalemate. Good call by him. So
Yeah.
we're about 30 seconds in. Are we looking for any offense? Are we looking for Spencer maybe to try something?
So I knew this was going to be like a barn burner match anyway, just because the past matches between Spencer and I, it's always a 1-point match, just because we both know how each other wrestle, and no
Right.
one's wanting to make a big mistake, especially not at the state finals. So here I'm just trying to look for some short offense, maybe be able to catch an angle, just get that first takedown. Definitely not one of those entertaining matches, but like,
Hey,
There's-
no, it gets better.
yeah,
And, I mean, I'm not saying it's a filling out process, but like you said, this is the state finals.
yep.
I mean, you don't want to, like you got beaten in the Ohio match. You don't want to overexert, do some, play hero ball, I guess, if you will, and end up, seeing if the horse park has any burnout light bulbs.
Yeah.
All right, so you got him on his knees. I think that's the first time he's been in any type of, I'm not saying even a bad position, but just
Yeah, so Spencer's
that was a quick period.
Yep, Spencer's got he kind of, if you get almost an underhook, he'll suck that arm in, and I've watched him beat a bunch of kids just off that simple little sucking that arm in,
Yeah.
and then working from there. So that's why he might look like he's not in perfect position, but he's still in really good position from where he's at.
Now, you instead of deferring, you took down. Was that something I guess you guys just knew from previous matches? Hey, let's do this right in the second period, or
So I've always
Right, so you
decided to
got
go.
your one.
I've always decided to go down. I'd rather score first.
okay, no, that's
Yeah.
and I mean, so many different teams have so many different philosophies. They know their wrestler. They know what they can do, what they can't do. And if scoring first, I mean, obviously it helped you, but it's good to know what you're good at.
Yep.
I think he got you for backing out.
Yep.
I don't see too much complaint from the Ryle sideline, or the Ryle corner, so I have to say they agree with it.
Yep. Yeah, it's cool. Spencer's dad coaching him, and then my dad coaching me, so that made it cool.
Yeah, that is. it has to be another. I'm not going to say a rarity, but that can't happen too many times.
No, thankfully for Tim, our head coach, he was always very. I mean, my dad's always grown up coaching me. He coached me in my middle school state finals,
Right.
all my youth state finals. So it was nice having a familiar face in the corner.
I guarantee it. All right. Same thing, like you're trying for like some type of like, is that like a cradle
Yeah.
series you're trying to work?
Yep, I was just trying to get him a little bit off balance. It was so hard to move him out of position.
Right. All right, another stalemate. Good job by Jason there of not letting you guys burn too long and getting you back up.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a state finals. You can't really give up. Can't let stuff like that go
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, I know that's something that I've worked on as a referee speaking is, I guess evaluating the whole situation. How long do you let stuff burn? Is somebody really going to, are both these guys really active? Are they tired? Do I know this person's really good at like circling, whatever the case is? And he's end of the period, he's going to take down.
Yep.
So the stalemates is, especially this in a championship match, is something that I guess as an official association or an official in general, you need to be cognizant of.
Yeah, to understand how
is
many.
keep the action going.
Yep.
All right, so he's trying to stand up, hold on to that leg.
Yep, just trying to pull my head out that way I'm not getting called for stalling.
Yep. And as a freshman, no one get your head out. I mean, they can tell you've got a lot of mat time there.
Yeah.
A lot of mat time. All right, we're out, and Jason says you guys are he's still down.
Yep.
So now, when you're riding, I don't see like any legs going in yet. Did you feel like I'm getting turned? I need to cut him at any point, like before this?
Not really at the point. I mean, I'm just watching myself, making sure I'm not getting hit with a stalling here. I know dropping down to a leg, but it's instantly coming back up, trying to get to better position. Spencer was just so explosive off his feet. It's hard to keep a kid like that down. I got a minute left, so there's still plenty of time left for anything to happen.
Yep. There you go. Still fighting like a cradle series.
Yep. Yeah, he's just so strong.
I was going to say,
he's able to break it. Yep.
Yep. He was close right there,
Yeah.
man. Close.
Yeah.
All right, we're out. Good. Rolling.
I think it's in a short time here.
Yep. Oh.
Yep.
No, right there, are you thinking, uh-oh.
Yep, I'm in bad position here. You give me a stall and give him 1
Yep.
point. So now I got to ride for the rest of the period.
Yep.
No, I mean, that's when the stalling's coming. It's like, not have to worry about that. Especially against a kid like Spencer.
Yeah.
It's like, it's almost not like when he's coming up, it's like he's coming up eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying
You
to
do an excellent job, though. I mean, you really do.
Yeah, there's like short time here. I'm just trying to hold on. Got my arm in a weird position there.
We're out.
Really short time. I don't know how much time's left.
All right, cover. Wrestle.
Nope, must have been right then.
Yep. Okay, so we go into overtime. In case
Yep.
you don't know, overtime is
The first one, yeah.
is 1 minute. First one to score wins. So if you back up or get hit for another stall,
That's it.
start right away. We're going into overtime. What are we thinking?
I'm just looking for a takedown here. I know Spencer's really good on top bottom, so I think it would be my best case scenario to score here instead of letting it go top bottom and ride out.
So about 40 seconds left.
So I'm looking here for a quick 2. Trying to get him snapped down, kind of get that angle. That little cradle, I don't know why that seemed to work, break him off his hip a little bit here.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of have a cradle locked up there, but it's like I still got that arms trapped in.
And you know you're cognizant enough to keep your feet in bounds. I mean, like I said, there's not too many freshmen that can do that. That's, like I said, that's experience. That's starting, like I said, in kindergarten, being in the state tournament as a 8th grader, winning at the middle school as 8th grader. Just little things like that, man.
Yeah, I definitely think wrestling, I would advise anybody trying to wrestle high school eventually, wrestling when you're young and at the high school level.
Oh, all right. So he tries like I don't know if you guys call it a gazzoni or not right there, but he tries. All right. So that's the end of the overtime. Now we go to 2 30-second periods.
Yep.
Disc is flipped. Spencer's going to take down. And it's not first point. It's just cumulative.
Yep.
In case you're not familiar. Unless there's a fall or flagrant misconduct or something just for future reference.
Yeah, like I said,
So, okay, he gets out, gets his one.
Like I said, it was so tough to ride Spencer just because he knows how to keep his position very well and knows how to just come straight up.
And I would have to say by this time you're probably wore out, aren't you?
Yeah, this was a long match. Not many matches I had. I think this might have been my only match that went this far.
Really?
The whole year. Maybe if I wrestled Spencer in overtime again, but I mean, I believe this might have been the farthest match I've had.
All right, so now it's your choice. You're going to, of course, take down. And it's 2-1. You're down 2-1. But you got your time here.
Yep.
So,
I'm just looking for something simple. I always like that little, almost like a tripod stand-up. Kind of bringing my weight back into him. Just trying to get some distance here.
right.
Spencer's doing a great job at controlling that leg, controlling the leg. Here. Now I'm like, oh God, now I'm on my stomach with not too much time left, a little roll through.
Right at the buzzer. Of course, there's the Ryle fans.
Yep, you can see I had the cradle locked up.
Yep. No, it was good call. Jason got 2.
Yep.
Flexing.
Yeah, that was still has been the coolest experience of my life. Win that first state title.
I guarantee it, man.
I mean, that was the best feeling I've ever felt.
And of course, this is your. We're going to see a photo of it, but this is your 2019 state championship medal.
Yeah.
Rightfully deserved. Now, which one of these is your 2019 ring?
So my first ring was, as you can see here.
Yeah. You guys, of course, see photos of that, but of course, you got a ring for it.
Yep.
And
yeah, that was cool. That was still.
that was all. That's a good match.
Yep, it's cool seeing it
excellent
again.
match. Of course, go over and sign the bout sheet.
Yep, that's my sister behind taking photos. That's my dad. There's Isaac Thornton
Yep, Isaac he was at Grant County then, correct?
yep.
That's what I thought.
before he went to Walton-Verona.
So your first state championship, excellent match. You and Spencer, the 2 best 106s, in the tournament, of course, being there, and it proved him being a 2-time, you being a 4-time, both you guys going to be wrestling in college. So you said your first one was like the most exciting.
Yeah, first by far. I mean, I can kind of remember some of the excitement from it, but it was like one of those things like after like all the hard work and like always wanting a high school state title. It was definitely one of the.
And another
best
thing
things in the
too
world.
here we got is the Coaches Association, of course, gives out the plaques, you
Yep.
put on the wall and stuff. So that's awesome that you got that. There'll be some more hardware, trust me. We got a whole table full. You guys will get to see it in the other videos. That's all we got for 2019. Now, of course, we got 3 more to do. You got to watch the 2020, 2021, and 2022 videos. They're all great matches. We'll see you guys there. We're going to go from 2019 to the world shutting down pandemic.
Yeah.
Horse Park, 2020. We'll see you guys there.